You are now tuned in with the Lumberjacks on Infield Fly Radio. Get jacked all easy.
I've been ballin' so damn hard, I swear I think that I'm Kobe. Young bull on this rap shit, but I think that I'm Kobe. I swear I'm dunking on these hoes, on these niggas, I'm free throwing. These boys, they don't like me, cause I think that I'm Kobe. Watch me hit the strip club, make it right like I'm Kobe. Industry full of life.
You are now tuned in with the Lumberjacks on Infield Fly Radio. Get jacked all easy.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing out there? We're here with another live show. We are the Lumberjacks on Infield Fly Radio. I'm your boy Jay, here with my boy DT.
Hello, hello.
And my boy Jeff.
What's going on?
CK is in the wind right now. He's out doing a charity softball event. But we have a live packed show for you tonight. But before we start off, we want to give a shout out and say thanks to Kevin and Rock Radio for giving us a nice plug, a nice retweet to get this segment and this podcast started.
Much appreciated. Yep,
that's huge for us. That's definitely huge. But we got a lot of things going on. First, you can find us at Spreaker.com/show/the_Lumberjacks. Also, Facebook.com/the_Lumberjacks. Twitter at Lumberjack Radio, and you can always call and text the show at 240-397-9855, and we will take your calls live. Other than that, we had a very important night last night in sports. We got some very big NCAA games last night. Got Florida Gulf Coast, first 15 seed to finally make it to the Sweet 16. Played a tough game against Florida.
Yeah, they finally got bounced.
They finally did get bounced, but you know what?
We knew it was going to happen.
We did. We all knew it was going to happen. But coming against a team like Florida.
Florida matched up well against those guys.
They really did.
They knew they just couldn't run and gun with those guys.
Well, that's the thing is watching the game, you saw that they had a lot of trouble trying to get the ball down in the paint against Florida. I mean, they were more of a kind of like a Miami Heat where they needed to get out in transition to really score points.
Yeah, not a very good half-court offense for Florida Gulf Coast. No. I mean, they forced a lot of shots, and if you look at the numbers, which we have right here, I mean, they shot pretty well. I mean, they were 20 for 44, 45% from the floor, and 36% from three-point land. But I mean, they got hammered when it came to rebounds. They got out-rebounded by 11, and they doubled Florida's turnovers. I mean, they had 20 turnovers to Florida's 10. And, that's the key to winning ball games.
Yeah,
Limit turnovers, and you have to win every 50-50 ball.
You have to. I mean, when you're going up against a team that's actually a lot better than you, which clearly Florida is, you have to play a clean and crispy game, and that's just not what they did last night. They look very sloppy.
I agree.
Well, what's up with their coach? You think he's rolling, or you think he's staying faithful?
Well, they were talking about it last night because I guess supposedly he has his house on sale.
Oh yeah,
for sale. So they thought that he was rolling, but he knocked down those rumors and said that his wife just has too far of a commute, so they're just trying to get something a little bit closer.
Well, commute for what? What does she do?
I think she's a teacher as well. Yeah, she does something like that. But I mean, they started out hot, and I really thought at first I was like they might actually run with it. I mean, they got up 13 early in the first half, but Florida they kept their composure, and they actually went on a 16-2 run to end the half to be up 30-26 at the half. And at that point, I mean, I think they pretty much just took them out of the game and just wore them down. Yeah, I mean, you know how college sports are. What you can jump out, and if you get a big lead, you can carry it. You'll be all right. But once that better team actually comes back, it's hard to get back on top.
They finally wake up.
Yeah, absolutely. But
one thing I wanted to mention though, with Florida Gulf Coast, being a smaller school, you had mentioned maybe is Coach rolling? Is he staying? I like to see Butler, VCU, coach stay put, sign extensions. I know there was talk of UCLA trying to go after Brad Stevens at Butler.
Shaka Smart was actually offered a few other places too, and he would decline those to stay.
Absolutely.
You do have to like that because those guys. When they build that program up, you kind of like them to stay there and keep them as powerhouses.
Yeah, but how much can you build up Butler or VCU?
Well, if you think about it now, I mean, those names were like they were the Florida Gulf Coast a few years ago, and now they're actually known programs. I mean, people know Butler as a team that's going to come in and play you tough.
As well as VCU. VCU's not surprising anybody, if they're beating you.
No one's overlooking those teams anymore.
But all I'm saying is, we know Butler. They've made it to back-to-back national championships. But if you have John Calipari coming in your living room and you got Brad Stevens coming in your living room, I mean, at least I would choose Kentucky over
Well,
Butler.
yeah, but you're one and done there. You're one and done. You're going straight to the pros.
Or he's bringing somebody behind you who, if you're not working, you're just going to sit on that bench.
Not even Kentucky. Say my boy Jim Boeheim comes in.
Oh God, your boy.
Oh, he's my boy
your
today.
Boy.
Got money on him.
How much you put on him?
I did a 50 for first half and 50 for the game.
You did 50 on the first half. What do you do? Spread?
Yeah.
How many points?
2.5 for the first half, and I was kind of being a pussy. I bought it down to 3 points for the game, but just didn't feel good about that 5, man.
Yeah, that 5's a little much, especially in these games.
And I just got that itch.
Yeah.
To put some action on something.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to that since they'll be on about middle of our broadcast.
Yeah.
Maybe Joan on you a little bit. Maybe pull for Marquette.
Hey, I'm trying to fade you right now. I'm gonna be rooting to fade you.
You'll fade me, but it'll be a pussy little $2 bet.
Hey, I'm not, don't have the big bankroll. But, so Florida moves on. They move on to play, is it Michigan? They play Michigan tomorrow?
Michigan tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 2:20. So
be a good matchup.
That, you know what? I really think that Florida has a chance to win the whole thing now. I mean, my let's be honest, my bracket is toast. I had Miami winning the whole thing, and that's just they hoard me the other night.
Oh, I had Indiana, and that didn't work out too well for me.
At least I still have Louisville to pull for.
Yeah,
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one seed left, right?
They are.
What seeds are left right now?
Have a 1. I know.
Wichita State's a 9.
Wichita State's a 9. Ohio State's a 2. I think there's 2 number 2s.
Which is what, Duke
and Ohio State.
And Ohio State.
And you got Syracuse is a 4. I think you got 1 1, 2 2s. That's 3. 2 3s, a 4 and a 9, maybe.
Okay.
I believe I believe you're right there, Jeff.
Okay.
Speaking of Louisville, who I said predicted to win it all. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Played Oregon last night.
How that turned out for them?
Louisville got up big early.
I saw that.
Early.
I saw that. That's one of those games. I think they were up like 15 at one point early in the first half, and I just didn't even click over to it because it just
didn't feel like you need to.
That game was over.
Louisville ends up winning 77-69. Oregon tried to keep it close late. 3.5 to go. They were it was within 6, so within reach.
Yeah.
But Russ Smith was too much.
He just went monkey poo on him.
He did.
Ties a career high with 31 points.
He went monkey.
Louisville shoots 53% from the field. They did.
That's tough. That's tough to handle.
I really like watching Louisville with that press.
Oh, absolutely.
Makes it fun to watch.
Patino always keeps it interesting.
That just wears teams down too.
Patino, who is 11-0 in Sweet 16.
Yeah, once he gets there, he doesn't lose.
Doesn't like to lose at all.
He really doesn't lose. You gotta love him because of that.
You hear all about the Roy Williams, the Krzyzewskis, the Boeheims,
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you never hear about Rick Pitino.
Yeah, he's not really. He's definitely one of the biggest coaches in the game, but he's not the big name.
No, absolutely not.
He's not the guy that everyone fears.
He's like he's not even like the little brother. I know he went on hiatus a little bit in the NBA, but he still has a solid amount of wins, solid tournament resumes. You just never hear about him. But
I feel like Boeheim's the same way. Pretty much I feel like Krzyzewski and Williams are like the big two that you hear about. But after that, it's like...
Yeah, that's because their programs have just been, money for years. Money.
So.
And even Bill Self, too. You don't...
Yeah.
But,
you never hear about Bill Self at all. But continuing with Louisville, they'll move on to play Duke. Had a little rendezvous with Duke earlier in the season down in the Bahamas. Duke actually ended up winning that game 76-71. Now that was
how long ago was that though?
That's early in the season. That's early in the season.
You can pretty much throw that out. That's pretty much a wash. Games that long ago. That doesn't even matter.
That Louisville was without the starting center, Gorgie Jang.
That's huge.
No.
That's huge. Missing the big man.
And Louisville still kept it close. As I recall, I'm not sure that Louisville turned the ball over much. So it's like recipe for success. Don't turn the ball over. Win the 50-50 balls. Play their game. I mean, I just think Louisville will come out on top of that matchup.
Yep. All right, well, I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with some Redskins news. We got some re-signings going on and some possible new players coming into town. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Just to let you know, you can reach us at Spreaker.com/the show. Actually, it's just /show. And then /the_Lumberjacks. Also at Facebook.com/the Lumberjacks. Twitter at Lumberjack Radio. And always call and text us at 240-397-9855, and we will take your calls. We just got done talking a little bit of NCAA, but since we are a D.C. area show, we are going to jump right into some Redskins, which has been a tough off season for us with the injuries to RG3, and then this cap hit, which is just taking
killing us.
It's just taking a lot from us.
We're definitely not used to the Skins being quiet in the off season.
That's the thing. We're used to the bringing in everybody we can and signing $100 million deals, which we haven't been able to do. But we did just re-sign Fred Davis to a 1-year deal up to $3.75 million, which includes a $1.5 million signing bonus. This is a guy who, let's be honest, I'm really happy we got back. I really didn't think it was going to happen. I'm just hoping that injury, that Achilles, is healed, because
that's tough.
He's got to find a way to stay on the field.
And that's the thing. And did you see that he was talking to all these reporters, talking about whoever all the teams that pass him up are going to regret it and this and that. I mean, and he even compared himself. They asked him, like, who would you take if you were somebody else? Would you take him or Gronk? And he said that he would take him. Which, I know every athlete's going to have confidence in themselves, but I think that's a question that you kind of got to steer away from and walk around it.
He was like, "Oh, I'm lying my ass off."
Yeah, well, I don't know, but let's be honest. I mean, he's no Gronk. He can't stay healthy. But the thing that I find kind of interesting is he only had offers from. He was talking to the Bills, the Jets, and the Browns. So we're talking bottom feeders.
3 terrible teams.
3 nubbers of teams. 3 teams. And before I cut you, we're talking, who's the quarterback for the Bills right now?
Tavares Jackson? Maybe.
Okay.
So that would be a stretch guessing that.
Who's the quarterback for the Jets right now?
Ooh, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. Sanchez is going to get...
Mr. Butt Fumble himself?
He's going to get one last shot.
Okay, and who's the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? I mean, Whedon, but it's...
Or your boy McCoy.
Oh, they cut his ass.
They cut him. He's already gone. He's already gone.
I've been sleeping.
See ya.
Hey, but you're still saying that Colt McCoy's a top 5 quarterback.
Not anymore. Yeah. Not anymore, but let's... It's just... Who would you rather have throwing to you? Like, to me, it's not a difficult decision. You got a team who was 10-6 last year, who possibly with the quarterback we have now could be legit for the next 10 years if RG3 comes back and he's healthy.
Huge upside.
Or you're going to go to one of these bottom feeder teams, which you have no chance of doing anything ever. I mean, supposedly they offered him a little more money with the Bills. The Bills actually offered him a 2-year deal worth more. Well, let's be honest. I mean, Buffalo and do what?
You go to Buffalo to die.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, it's just a terrible